Hello there and welcome to Podcaster Plus, the podcast offering tips and tricks to simplify and automate your podcast. Find all the episodes at podcasterplus.com/show. Today we're tackling a question of fundamental importance for anyone considering starting a podcast or looking to grow their existing show. The question is, who even listens to podcasts? The answer might surprise you with just how vast and diverse the podcast audience has become. So let's dive in. As always, I'm going to split the subject up into various sections, and the first section is the exploding world of audio. So first, let's establish the sheer scale of podcast listenership. The podcasting industry isn't just growing, it's booming. In 2025, there were over 4.52 million podcasts available worldwide, with nearly 500,000 new shows launched in just the past 3 months alone. This incredible growth is fueled by a rapidly expanding global audience. Consider these figures. Globally, approximately 584.1 million people listened to podcasts in 2025. This is a significant increase from 506.9 million in 2023, and projections estimate this number will reach 651.7 million by 2027, representing a total growth of over 28% in just 5 years. In the United States alone, 100 million Americans tune into at least one podcast every week. Monthly, about 158 million people, or 55% of the US population, listen to podcasts. Weekly, that number stands at an estimated 115 million, or 40% of US adults. The financial landscape also reflects this growth, with podcasting revenue expected to exceed $2.5 billion by 2026. The global podcast market is estimated to be worth $39.63 billion in 2025 and is projected to reach an impressive $131 billion by 2030. This data clearly shows that podcasting is a mainstream medium with a continually expanding reach. So the next section, who is listening? Demographics and habits. So who exactly makes up this massive audience? The beauty of podcasts is its accessibility, allowing anyone from friends to work colleagues or to your grandma to tune in. The demographics are quite broad. Now let's start off with gender. In the US, the audience is fairly balanced, with about 57% men and 52% women listening to podcasts. And the age, well, while younger audiences are highly engaged, podcast listening spans all age groups. In the US, 66% of people are aged between 12 and 34, and they're listening monthly, followed closely by 61% of adults between 35 and 54, and even among those 55 and older, a significant 38% tune in regularly. This indicates that podcasts are not just for a specific generation, but are enjoyed across the lifespan. Listeners are also highly engaged. On average, podcast listeners spend about 7 hours per week tuning into their favourite shows, which breaks down to roughly an hour a day. The average podcast episode typically lasts between 20 and 40 minutes, and most people prefer to listen on their mobile phones, 86% in fact, with Apple iPhones being the most common device at 62%. When it comes to platforms, YouTube has emerged as the most popular choice for podcast listening in the US, attracting 33% of listeners, followed by Spotify at 26% and Apple Podcasts at 14%. Interestingly, podcast hosts are often perceived as highly credible, with 64% of people considering them more trustworthy than other influencers. Podcasters, this is music to your ears. So the next section, what are they listening to? Well, in short, a world of topics. The diversity of the audience is matched by the incredible variety of topics available. One of the biggest challenges for new podcasters is choosing a topic that resonates with listeners, aligns with current trends, and genuinely interests them. A good podcast topic captures attention by offering engaging content that balances your enthusiasm, your target audience's interests, and the potential for long-term growth. Podcasts cover virtually every conceivable subject. I'm sure you knew that, from niche interests to broad categories. And here are just a few examples of popular genres and topics. Personal stories and self-improvement. Listeners are drawn to narratives about overcoming challenges, personal development, emotional growth, and unique childhood experiences. Pop culture and entertainment. This vast category includes discussions on movies, TV shows, music, gaming, fan theories, the evolution of music genres, and social media's impact, as well as award shows. What about lifestyle? This genre offers many possibilities, from creative pursuits like knitting or photography to decluttering and minimalism, eco-friendly living, travel adventures, and even urban exploration. And what about educational content? Podcasts excel at breaking down complex topics. This includes everyday science, discussions about our planet and space, history, debunking myths, financial advice, tech reviews, emerging technologies like AI and cybersecurity. I really could go on and on about that one. What about culture and society? Exploring cultural differences, the power of storytelling, and food from around the world are highly engaging topics. Business and career. For professionals and aspiring entrepreneurs, topics like starting a business, marketing strategies, and the future of work are highly relevant. Health and wellness. Stress management, fitness trends, and sleep studies are popular, though it's important for podcasters in this area to be mindful of their expertise. Social dynamics, navigating workplace relationships, making friends as an adult, and modern parenting challenges resonate with many listeners. This one's pretty big. True crime. This genre has exploded in popularity, with podcasts focusing on unsolved mysteries, historical crimes, and famous heists, captivating a dedicated audience. And the last one in my list, mental health. For qualified professionals, podcasts exploring mental health stigmas, the science of relationships, dealing with breakups, and the mental health of entrepreneurs really does offer valuable support. So there's a great big list, but the key is standing out, and this is often because of your originality, a unique angle or a fresh take on a common topic infused with your podcasting personality and enthusiasm is a surefire win. So in conclusion, to answer our initial question, who even listens to podcasts? The answer is a rapidly growing, diverse and highly engaged global audience spanning all ages, genders and interests. What about that? With millions of listeners tuning in weekly and billions of dollars flowing into the industry, there has truly never been a better time to jump into the podcasting space. So whether you're an experienced podcaster or just starting out, understanding this dynamic audience and the vast array of topics they enjoy is crucial for finding your niche and building a successful show. So there you go. That's what I've got for you this time around. Thank you very much for tuning into the Podcaster Plus podcast. You can find it at podcasterplus.com/show, and we will see you next time for some more tips and tricks to simplify and automate your podcast.